Hey, 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 great grand rising. Come on in, come on in. I apologize, I'm a few minutes behind today, but we are here. Go ahead and take this opportunity, tag your friends, tag your neighbors, let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. All right. And with that being said, let's do what we do over here in our community. Let's go and activate the success mind. And let me just throw a grand rising comment up here so that we can get the comments going. Hey, Andrea, thanks for joining us live today. Great grand rising to you. Let me throw a grand rising up here. Oh, that's it, grandmother. All right, here we go. Grand rising. Rich, great grand rising to you guys. Come on in, come on in. Take a minute, go ahead and invite someone, let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. With that being said, let's get activated, y'all. Let's get activated because we're not just here to just listen and hear something good. We want transformation. With that being said, go ahead and sit with your feet flat, back straight, hand on heart. Take a good healing deep breath in and exhale. Let's relax, beloved. Just relax. So happy, so grateful that we are here. So grateful for waking up this morning and being set on a right path. Deep breath in, exhale. Turn the focus and attention inward to the rich inner life of the kingdom that is within. We are here because we want to tap in. We're here because we want to have infinite wisdom revealed. We're here because we want insight. We're here because we want to shift, change, and transform. Deep breath in and relax. Relax, beloved. We let go of stress, anxiety, preconceived notions. We just slow down and we come present to this sacred moment. And we are here. All right, lovelies? Yes, we are here. We are here. Great grand rising. Reese, thanks for joining us live this morning. All right, lovelies. Yes, go tag somebody. Let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. And we are here, beloved, because we want to light the way to help you create that clear path forward on your personal and spiritual development journey. And what we want to take a look at today is how to develop trust in yourself. We all go through bouts of that anytime that we are embarking on an upward journey and our life is changing and evolving. We all run into pockets of not fully trusting ourselves. But today, we want to crush all the lies and all the myths that come up when it's time for your soul to go forward. When your soul wants to go forward on the journey of mastery, on the journey of personal development, and on the journey of just living and experiencing life to the full till it overflows. Can somebody talk back to me? Because we want to say in the words of Jesus the Christ, yes, I'm living life to the full till it overflows. Come on. We want to live life so full. I'm living life to the full and it overflows. Meaning it overflows and starts spilling over and affecting everything in my environment, everything under my influence. Beloved, that's all we have to do. We don't have to preach at people, talk down to people, try to teach them a lesson, try to show them something with our words. Excuse me. All you have to do is live your life fully and completely. And it'll begin to overflow and spill over and start affecting everything in your sphere of influence. I shared with a couple of you all that I know that you are the custodian of your bloodline, right? And you can have more than one custodian in the family, but you have to acknowledge when you are the custodian of your bloodline. And that means that the reason why you are here, because you came through that family line to lift family and lift humanity up into another dimension. What is the use of being here if all we're going to do is spend our days being miserable? But we're going to break that up today, and we're going to do some transformational exercises to just lift us up, lift our mindset up, so that we can begin to trust ourselves. Now, this is what I want you to just breathe into today, beloved. Take a breath. This is what I want you to breathe into today. As long as we are in this 3D realm and we're growing, moving, and evolving, there's always going to be an opportunity for the ego mind to bring doubt, to bring fear. What I want to help you do is how to train your nervous system, retrain and reprogram your mindset so that when we hit these pockets, we don't allow it to mean anything, right? We don't allow it to mean anything. Hey, Dwayne, thanks for joining us live. Love you, nephew. All right, pray all is well and you are doing well, right? So that when we hit these pockets, it doesn't have to mean anything and we know how to stay focused, stay on our trajectory. So for the last few weeks, we've been talking about self-concept, self-image, your value, owning your value, being able to really see you. Because one of the big tricks of the ego mind, and if you are still here, I come to arrest you today. One of the tricks of the ego mind is to keep you so preoccupied with other people and what's going on around you until you are not really looking at yourself, right? So yeah, but we want to take a look at that, right? That's the wrong one. That's not what I want. Yes, let's see. Oh, great grand rising, Anthony. Great grand rising. Hello, Brazil alone. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us live, all right? So listen, beloved. We don't want to allow the ego mind to keep us so preoccupied with other things and other people until we don't see ourselves and don't understand ourselves. Yes. And Dwayne says, we don't allow the mean anything. Hey, Dwayne, thanks for joining us. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So when I have to look at that comment, make sure I was reading it right. So what I want to get to today, beloved, we asked the question last week, can you see you? Can you really see yourself? And what do you see when you look at yourself? Are you still trapped looking in the mirror, only seeing your physical exterior? As I shared with you last week, that when I began to visit my 2-year-old self and my 3-year-old self, and Spirit, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, give me the thumbs up. We need that. We need that here. And Spirit began to show me my grand magnanimous spirit. And we looked at the word magnanimous and looked at the word noble and nobility. Began to show me my grand magnanimous spirit that was in that 2-year-old, 3-year-old body. I want you to hear me because we're going somewhere today. And when I began to see the essence of who I am, and I do this through guided visualization with my clients one-on-one, so that you can begin to really embrace who you are in spirit form. Because this body is just your earth suit. This body helps to make you legal in this physical realm. It identifies you with your family. This is why we have similar features, but that is not who you are. This is just your earth suit. So watch this now. When Spirit began to show me, I'm seeing my little 2-year-old self climbing upstairs, but I could see the grand magnanimous spirit that I am. And how the spirit, your aura, your essence, whatever language works for you, it permeates outside and radiates outside your body, right? And the bigger and the greater that your energy vibrates, the bigger this aura is. Great Grand Rising, Darlene, thanks for joining us live. The bigger this aura is, right? So even right now, and we're going to do, this exercise before we leave today, so that you are tapping in and knowing yourself after the spirit, right? Now, I don't even want to say it like this because you still have a disconnect. Some of y'all still have a disconnect. Not all y'all. Y'all been with me long enough where you recognize that you and God are one. And we want you to be able to know yourself after the spirit, because if I simply say know yourself after the spirit of God, you're still going to detach yourself from that and somehow think that you're separate from God. Can somebody talk back to me and say, I am not separate from God? I'm one with God. Talk back to me in the chat. All that helps the algorithm, right? I'm one with God, right? I'm one with God. And so when Spirit began to show me my 2-year-old self, my 3-year-old self, before I had that encounter, watch how life goes. I'm going somewhere. Stay with me. Watch what life does. So I had to take a trip back to be able to see who I am, who I was before I incarnated into this flesh. So Spirit began to show me my 2-year-old self, my 3-year-old self, right? And then at 5, 6 years old is when I had that encounter with rejection. Y'all know the story, right? For those of you that never heard it, I'm 5-year-old, 6-year-old the most. I get up to go outside and my mind is, watch this, because my spirit, my grand spirit wants to get out and explore the world. There's no fear there. There's no caution there. There's nothing. It's just get out and explore the world. And I get up early, and I go outside, go to meet the world, and I'm faced with rejection and revile. Oh, look at you. Oh, your face is not washed. Oh, your hair is not combed. I want y'all to get this visual, right? Because this has happened to many of y'all at one time or another. Yes, one with God. All of you have experienced something, and with the rejection syndrome, one encounter will last you a lifetime. So I'm rushing outside, want to get out, want to explore the world, want to see. And the first thing I run into is that rejection. So in my little 6-year-old mind, I'm saying, what? This is all internal. Now, this is how we internalize and allow messages to be embedded in ourselves. That once it starts getting in, it triggers or trips a wire. Hormones are released, electronic impulses are released. It sends a message to us, the subconscious mind. It gets very deep. So here I am in my 6-year-old mind saying internally, what? What's wrong? What's wrong? And they said, look at you. What did I interpret that as? Something is wrong with you. You're defective. People don't like you. I didn't know that, because watch this, beloved. It's all about your vibrational frequency. I started vibrating very deeply, and the message went to the subconscious. Something is wrong with me. I am defective. And I lived my whole life viewing everything, ordering my life through that lens. Y'all heard me tell the story, but listen, you got to hear this. That's the trick and the trap that was set up for so many of us. Whatever it was for you, it could have been neglect. It could have been abandonment. It could have been molestation. It could have been, being exposed to the wrong things. Whatever it was, it got embedded in you so deeply till now you're living your whole life through that lens. And then what do? To help us cope, we start hiding, shrinking. Now, I have no clue. Watch this. I have no clue about my grand, magnanimous self, my God self, my self that has dominion and power and authority in this earth realm. See, what y'all got to come on in the community so y'all can get the full depth of understanding what happens, right? So before we even came here, we agreed to certain things. We wanted to have certain experiences because we knew we were here to overcome it. Somebody talk back to me. I know that's too much for some of y'all. But watch it. You're going through what you're going through because you already know that you can overcome it. You already programmed yourself to be able to overcome this. I programmed myself, watch this, with the counsel of God to have certain experiences because we are here to break things and elevate humanity. We're here to elevate life on this planet. And so what happened as I began to live my life, everything that was already programmed into my experience here led me, watch this, through the door of religion. Now, I just went through the door, just like all of you all went through the door, but that door of religion was only to put you back in touch with spirit, to put you back in the spiritual realm, not to get locked down into an institution, not to get locked down into dogma and doctrine. But that's what happened. We went through the door of religion and we got stuck there. Some of y'all are still stuck there. You don't know what to do but to keep doing what you've been doing for the last 50 years. Can you turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, it's time to expand? Come on. It's time to expand. It's time to ascend into higher ways and higher states of being. So watch this. One spirit began to show me my grand magnanimous spirit, how powerful it is. Watch this in a 2-year-old body. And then spirit said, now this was long before you got filled with the Holy Spirit. So you've got to know that, beloved, we came here with the spirit and essence of God in us. That's why Jesus the Christ was able to say, I am the true light, watch this, that lights every man that come into the world. We just don't know who we are because once we pierce the veil of flesh, what happens? We forget. I want somebody to just take a moment, put your hand over your heart and say, there's more to me than meets the eye. Come on now. Talk back to me. There's more to me than meet the eye. I heard Pastor Darlene said, I am far greater than anything around me. Somebody better talk back to me today. I'm getting ready to get up, run, holler, and scream. Beloved, until you can see yourself, really see yourself and own who you are, you're never going to walk in the purpose and the power that you are here to walk in. Where am I going with all of this? Once you can see yourself and then learn to trust what you're seeing, believe and have faith in what you're seeing, then as you connect in and you affirm, I am one with God. Can everybody take that and just affirm that? Because the more you do it, the better it is. I am one with God. Let us make man after our image, after our likeness. Let them have dominion over. Let them have dominion over everything in the 3D realm. Once you can see, truly see who you are, not your physical existence, not your experiences, because many of you are stuck judging your life by your experiences. Those were just experiences. That's not who I am. Can you talk back to me? That's not who I am. Come on, y'all. I want to rest here for a minute because I want you to understand that what you've been through was simply your earthly life experience. That is not who you are. I don't care what you've done. I don't care how long you've done it. That's not who you are. And some of us have fallen into believing what other people have said about us. Can I take a moment and just break that right now off your life? I break the power of word curses off of your life. things that you've heard people say. It could have been your parents. It could have been your spouse. It could have even been your children, your pastor, your bishop, your co-worker. We come to break that off. It could have been things that you've even told yourself. I told you, stop casting spells over your life. Because when you speak and you release words, you are spelling. You're casting a spell. And all that internal dialogue you have about yourself that's negative and disempowering, you are casting a spell over your life. That's why I always say it's not witchcraft, it's your craft. Can you talk back to me? I don't see you saying I'm one with God, right? I'm one with God. This is how you're going to begin to trust. So for those of you that are still stuck in an old paradigm, stuck in an old way, still trying to force the Almighty Creator to operate the way he did 50 years ago, 100 years ago, and you stuck misinterpreting sacred texts, God the same yesterday and forever, but he's not always doing the same. The methodology changed. Oh, I wish I had somebody to talk back to me today. I want you to be brave. I want you to be able to see how grand, how magnanimous, how powerful your spirit is. And I said this last week. You have taken your spirit and stuffed it down into your body so small till it's like a little flame, just like a little flick of a flame. But we want to go beyond that today. We want to go beyond seeing that your God self, your spirit, the part of you that's like God, the Holy Spirit, your higher self, whatever language works for you. It's so big and so grand that it radiates and permeates outside of your body. And it's able to do all things, right? It's able to do all things because it's omnipotent, it's omniscient, right? It's everywhere present. It's all powerful, it's all knowing. That's the part of you that's like God. So we want to stop limiting ourselves by believing the crazy experiences that we have been. Dwayne says we are all energetic beings created with souls by the Creator. We need to learn how to connect with our spiritual side to know who I am with God. Yes, Dwayne, and let that I am be in all capital letters, because every time we say I am, you want to identify with your God self. Let us create man after our image and likeness, and let them have dominion over everything in this 3D realm. And if we was together, I would tell you, say, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, do you have dominion over anything in your life? Are we going somewhere with this? Watch this. And so back to the Genesis writer and sacred text, when it said, he blessed them and said, be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth and subdue it. Subduing the earth means that, watch this, so that we can understand it in our modern day terms. Bill Gates with Microsoft is subduing the earth. Sam Walton with Walmart is subduing the earth. Target is subduing the earth. Whirlpool, GE, LG, they are subduing the earth. What that means is that when you allow yourself to tap in to your purpose and your creative power, you release that thing in the world, and then it goes all over the world. I've been following this one girl that's a vlogger that travels all over the world by herself. That girl is courageous, right? You know, that's how the Gen X, Gen Z, I would say Gen Z and Gen X are. Well, Gen Z is a little young for that. But they have that boldness and that courage, right? And I'm looking at all these fantastic and marvelous places in the world. And you know what I see in every country, on every continent of the world? I see the same products that are here in the United States. That's how you subdue. That's how you subdue. Turn to your neighbor and say, what have you created lately? Oh, come on and talk back to me. What have you created lately? Because you are a divine creator. What's stopping us is that you cannot see yourself properly. You're seeing yourself through the eyes of limitation, through the eyes of rejection. So let's do this together, beloved. I want you to go ahead and sit. If you're sitting, get comfortable. If you're driving, I know you can't do this. Go ahead and place a hand on heart, if you will, a hand on core. And if you can, close your eyes. If you can't, just pull the shade down on your eye and just fix your gaze on one thing. But don't do this if you're driving. And what we want to do today is allow you to tap into your spirit, your divine self, your God self, right? And be able to see the essence of it and feel the essence of it. Take a good healing deep breath in. Exhale and relax. From the crown of the head to the soles of your feet, relax. And I want you to begin to feel the energy that is pulsating and moving through your body. That is your life force. That is your God force. Breathe. Deep breath in through the nostrils, out through the mouth fully and completely. Relax deeper. Relax deeper. I want you to go into high 4D divine imagination with the mind. I want you to feel or sense or see the essence of your spirit. No right or wrong, beloved. No right or wrong. No right or wrong. And I want you to feel the vibration of your spirit, the Holy Spirit's presence, God's presence, whatever language works for you. But what I want you to do now is to feel and see the essence of that spirit radiating out of your body, because it already is. I want you to see the spirit radiating out of your body and begin to just fill up the room that you're in. This is your God self. Let it fill up the room that you're in. Let it travel out your door. Fill up the street that you're on. Breathe. Exhale. This is the part of you, beloved, that is limitless, that is boundless, that is eternal, that is all-knowing, that is all-powerful. Just see your spirit, your essence, that big. Now we're grounded, we're safe, we're here in 3D, but we don't want to limit our spirit. We don't want to limit the power in our spirit. We are everywhere present, just like God. We are all knowing in the spirit, just like God. Breathe. Relax. Now I want you to purposely feel the chair you're sitting in. Feel your feet under you. You are here, you're anchored, you're safe. But I want you to see how big, how grand, how powerful your spirit is. Breathe one more time. And exhale. Now, what you just did, if you did this properly, you should feel the electric, magnetic, powerful energy of your spirit that's activated. This is the same thing that we do, listen, when we lay hands on the sick and they recover. You are allowing the essence and the energy and the power of God within to be transmitted outwardly. Why did we do that? Because, beloved, if you're going to be the highest version of yourself and do and actualize what you know God sent you here to do, you've got to see yourself greater than just your physical body. You've got to tap into your God self. You got to know that you are one with God. If you're still holding that old image that, European Christianity Inc. gave to you of God as this mean, vengeful, harsh, judgmental God that's waiting for you to make a mistake, and you can't even think. You just got to line up and do whatever they said. If you're still thinking about God like that, you are limiting yourself. Limiting yourself. And it's not God doing it. You are doing it to yourself. So now, where we want to go from here is that once you can see, sense, and feel, and this is how I train the prophets in the school of the prophets, right? And prophetic people. Always look to see, listen to hear, sense to feel what this all-knowing spirit that is within you wants to lead you and guide you into doing. Oh, it's just so much here, beloved. We want you. You got to come on into the spiritual success community where you can begin to get the personal and spiritual development so that you can grow in leaps and bounds and you can connect, right? There's the information. Go to that URL, ilonasanders.com/schedule. If you put that in, it'll take you right to the calendar. Pick a day and time. If you've never done this before, let's have a chat. Let's see what makes sense for you. What's in order for you in this season? We are in a universal 8 year, and we want to get the benefits of everything that is in this universal 8 year, the year of new beginnings, meaning that from last year, there are many things that we should have already settled. Many things that we should have brought to a close so that we could start embarking on a new beginning this year and birth it out in the 9. Next year will be a universal 9 year. All right, lovelies, listen, if you heard anything that blessed you, that helped you, come on, let's worship together as a community. Giving is worship. That is the sacrificial part where Abram took the son up and said, me and the lad will go worship. He was giving of something that was sacrificial. I know some of y'all, we still have, and I'm still traumatized by this and all that we experienced in the church. But listen, when you hear a word and that word is blessing you, you take what is tangible of yourself and sow into that word and name that seed, right? And I want you to name the seed today, my God self, so that you stay locked into the vision of being able to see and move through this earth realm as your God self. We're staying with the number 8s this year. Sow a seed of 128.88, 228.88, 88.88, 28.88. Get in where you fit in. Everybody's at different levels. Everybody's at a different way of resources financially. Get in where you fit in, but you want to be able to feel what you're giving. So if it's nothing for you to sow 28.88, then you don't do that. So 88.88. If that's nothing and you don't feel it, so 128, 2, whatever it is, so that you feel it. You feel the sacrificial part of it. And then name that seed, my God self seed, so that you stay in. And these are all the ways that you can give, beloved. Screenshot this so that you'll always have it. And we want to worship. And as you name this seed, what's going to happen is you're going to start reaping the benefits of what you've sown into. So in my community, you're never going to sow and not reap a benefit, because we're not just collecting money. That's not what we're doing here. And most of you all that follow me know for years, I didn't even do this. But people kept saying, Dr. E, you have to give us an opportunity to give. And then I would do it once or twice a year. But I kept hearing from people saying, I want to sow seed, I want to give, and I was denying you that because I didn't want to be in that old church model, right? But I'm very clear about what we're doing when we sow into a word. You're taking of something of substance, something that you can feel, making a sacrifice, as Abram did when he said, me and the lad will go worship and return. We're going to go worship. This is how we worship together. Worship is not about just bowing down saying, God, I love you. God, I praise you. God, I thank you. Worship is about giving, and giving of yourself, giving of your life, giving of your substance. All right, SSLers, I will see you in class tomorrow at 12 noon. Share this on your timeline. When we're done with the live, go back to my page and hit the like button. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button. All of that helps the algorithm, and tell Facebook and YouTube that this content is important. And when you do that, they'll push it out to more people, and they will let more people see it. I have thousands of friends on Facebook, but only a handful is really seeing my posts. So we need to shift the algorithm. So when we're here together, hit those stars, type comments, share this, right? Hit the like button. That's a way of sewing into what I'm doing as well. All right, lovelies, I'm going to release you with many blessings for the rest of your day and your week. Have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.